I hear is a little bit of sound from the tires as they roll along the pavement. I'm Michael Anderson. I live in Ottawa, Ontario, and I'm buying a brand new Kia electric vehicle today, a Kia Soul. Taking off from the car dealership for the first time with my brand new car. I've been waiting for this for a long time. We need to be doing something differently if we're going to have any chance of having a decent planet to live on. In 2 generations from now, my grandchildren will be dealing with the consequences of all the actions that we're taking today. If I had absolutely no money, fair enough, I wouldn't be buying a car, but I have the means, so it just feels like something that needs to be done. But we're sitting here in stop and go traffic. When I'm stopped, I'm not consuming any energy, so it's the perfect way to have a vehicle that when it's not moving, it doesn't need any energy. And I think that's important to me as well, that the energy, the resources are being used efficiently. I did drive another vehicle. It seemed fairly good, but it didn't have as much cargo space as this vehicle. And I like my vehicle to be practical and functional. On the one hand, there is no difference from driving a combustion vehicle. It works the same. I press on the gas pedal and we go. I press on the brake, we stop. Very much like a conventional car, and yet there's a huge difference. It's a great feeling knowing that this car is really not polluting. They've got fantastic battery power, fantastic range compared to what it was a few years ago. And that's sort of what was the tipping point for me, that I could get a commercial vehicle that I could have serviced at a regular dealership, and yet it was fully electric, and that the batteries, for example, a lot of car manufacturers are giving a warranty of 8 years on their batteries, and that even after 8 years, they're at least 70% of their original capacity. So I know that in 4 or 5 years, I'm not going to be stuck with a vehicle that can drive to the corner store and back and run out of juice. I'll still be able to do pretty much all of my commuting around the city. And that's why today I've bought my Kia Soul. If I'm driving purely around the city, doing about 60 kilometers an hour, I expect to get over 150 kilometer range. And when I really think about the kind of driving that I do, I never even come close to 150 kilometers. My fiance is really happy about this car. She could take this car, drive into work, drive back, and then, daughter has horseback riding lessons. So we can go out to the horseback riding place, come back. If we decide to go out for dinner then, there's still plenty of range. And that's the sort of typical use that I can imagine us putting this car to. I know my parents are pretty excited about this. They know that this is something that I've been waiting for a long time. So my dad was super keen to know that I was buying this vehicle. He even came with me on the test drive and was commenting how the ride was as smooth as his Mercedes-Benz.
The suspension is particularly well done. I am driving at the moment another car which is very, very good, but this one is even better.
Now, whether or not that's true, I don't really care, but it was just his excitement at knowing that I was doing that. I'm expecting I'll be putting on a lot of kilometers just giving out free test drives on this vehicle.